Okay, great. Well, almost afternoon. Okay. So today I had the reading that I put up, the spiritual life message about promises, etc. And I had somebody come on, and of course they write this big long thing. And they go over to their site and then they block you. And so what happens, you go to answer what they're putting and the comment disappears. It's gone. Okay. So I'm going to answer you here. So their big thing was about the insurrection. And gee, the shaman, if he actually did that, he would have gotten makeup all over his face. It would have been, and what about these ones that are just honoring their free speech and stuff and being locked up and, all this nonsense about January 6th. And the police just stood around and they did nothing. And so what about that? What about that? What do you think about these things? You should just read and think about it. Well, go back and watch January 6th again. What gives them the right to storm the Capitol, to break up everything, go into people's offices, say hang Mike Pence, looking for Nancy Pelosi. The guy comes in with zip ties, okay? And the only reason that there wasn't some more deaths that happened, other than that woman that, breaks through the thing and climbs through and got shot, okay, by her actions, okay? The only reason there wasn't worse problems was because they got them out of there, okay? But they broke into offices, they tore everything up, and you think that's okay. You think that's all right. That's free speech. That's not free speech, okay? You can't go into a theater and yell fire and have all that hoopla. That's against the law. That's not free speech. Going in and beating police, have two of them that wound up committing suicide after because of the heinous nature of what they did. And that's okay. That's okay, because they're free speech. That's all they were doing. And they're locking up these poor people. Oh, it's not poor people that tried to secure the building and wound up committing suicide because it was so heinous. That's okay. So rather than my thinking on those things of those poor people that are just being locked up, and the shaman didn't have his face there was nothing wrong with his face painting. It would have gotten, if it was that bad, it would have been smeared. You know what? You're welcome to your opinion, whatever it is. But think on that. Think of the way they're trying to cover it up. Okay? Think on that. Biden was duly elected. And don't come here and say Biden's son is a crack addict and all this stuff. Trump's son is on coke all the time. Cocaine. He's so coked up he can't even see straight. Okay? And it's going to come out that Trump is running a criminal enterprise. RICO charges. They took the money that was for cancer, for children. They stole that money. And you put these people on a pedestal? And you want to talk about Biden? And I should look at this. Okay? I am looking. Okay? I'm looking very deeply. Okay? So I'm going to put this out there. Maybe it's something you should look at a little deeper. Okay? You're welcome to your opinion, but to sit there and ignore what Trump and his family have done, how they have absolutely just stole from the government, okay? How they tried to overturn the election, storming the Capitol. Police wind up committing suicide because it was so horrendous what they went through with that. And you have the nerve to say what you're saying. So since you ran over, blocked the thing, so I make sure I read it, but I couldn't answer it. I'm answering you here. Okay? Don't start on this Biden nonsense, this Hunter nonsense. And, you know, he who shall not be named, kids, the first thing that his kids did was go to the Russian embassy to try to set up a back channel so that the government wouldn't know what they were doing. And that's okay. It's okay. Grifters, con artists. Even Putin stood up there and said, yeah, I helped him. I helped him get elected. And he bragged about it. Okay, bragged about it. Okay? All the backdoor deals they've done. Oh, of course you're not looking at any of that. No. No, not at all. The way his son stood up when the killing of Khashoggi happened, that's okay. That's okay. And you have the nerve to talk about Biden and his son Hunter? And you got blinders on, you don't see anything. You don't see anything that Trump and his kids have done, okay, and continue to do. Take off the blinders, okay? Take off the blinders. Because I'm not buying a ticket to that train. You can ride it for all you're worth for as long as you want. But the truth is going to come out. Okay? And then what? When you find out he's been money laundering for Russia for years, then what? Okay? Are you going to be so high and mighty then? I don't think so. So I'm going to leave this here. You know, love and light. Really, if you want to believe that, be my guest. But the truth is going to come out. Yes, it's taken a long time for the courts, because when they do the investigation and things, they want to have an airtight case. But it's coming. Mark my words. It's coming. And you have no idea of the corruption that these guys have been involved with for years and years and years. Apparently, you don't live in Florida. And you don't know Trump's actions for years that he's been there, hiring these companies, okay? And they think they've got it made. and then he sues them. He doesn't want to pay them, and they've gone out of business because he goes, so sue me for the money. I'm not going to give you anything. I didn't like the job. And he's done this over and over and over again. So sue me. He can run them in court forever. Okay? This is his modus operandi. He uses and abuses the court system. He'll keep something in there, turning it over and okay? You haven't seen him do that? Does it go to one court? I don't get what I like. I take it to another court, don't get what I like. Goes to the Supreme Court, don't get what I like. I start it over again. And that's the way he's misused and abused the court system. So if you care for this country, and you got somebody that keeps spouting law and order, law and order, law and order, and yet he's got his people out there beating on the police, okay? You might want to rethink your value system. He runs over there to get a photo op where he's holding a Bible upside down. They ask him what his favorite Bible verse is. He can't listen. Well, that's personal. No, because he's never read the Bible. He's got no idea. They asked the place where he's supposed to be going to church. He never comes. Okay? Open your eyes. Biden is a church-going, praying man. Trump uses the church only if it suits his purpose for something. Okay? Is this hard to hear? Check it out. It's the truth. It's the truth of the matter. So I'm going to leave this here, good luck with that. But don't come to my channel and talk up Trump and put down Biden. Don't do that, because it's not going to fly here. Not for 1 iota of 1 second will it fly here. Have a great day. I wish you well, and I wish your eyes would be open to see truth rather than these fear-based, fear-mongering drama that you've gotten yourself pulled into.